Hey, everybody. It's been a long, long, long time, and I really, really apologize. I'm going to get back to this, trying to fit everything into my schedule. Been uh, Magic performance last weekend, one coming up this weekend, and just getting very, very busy with that. But I can't forget baseball and my baseball buddies. So I realized that right now, hey, there's Philip Reynolds. Welcome in, Philip. So I know the ALCS is on right now. I'm going to follow it as we're doing this broadcast. Rooting for the Mariners, but right now it's the seventh. I've been busy, Philip. Getting my magic business going. I had a show last weekend. I have a show this coming weekend. So there's brother Jack Dawson. So yeah, guys, been doing that. Of course, my regular job. But when I get home from my regular job, I'm putting like 4 hours in of magic sleight of hand practice and rehearsal and things like that. Because future is really uncertain at FedEx Express right now, and I think it's time for me to get this business going. And I'm hopefully by this time next year, this is what I'm doing instead of doing FedEx. That is magic, which leaves me more time to actually do baseball because a 1 hour magic show is like 7 hours pay at FedEx. So yeah, cool stuff. Doing it at a really kind of classy cigar bar and lounge this Saturday night. So I'm looking forward to that. JT Dutch, he says, "Hey, Beatles, what's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well." I am, JT, and man, miss talking to you. We got to get on and you and I some time and just talk into the wee hours when you can. So yeah, boy, things not looking good for the Mariners right now. Looking like Toronto looking to tie this up. I'm pulling for the Mariners just because only the only franchise, as everybody knows, since the inception of the World Series that has never been to the World Series. So I'll tell you what, Philip Rounce has been playing red ice hockey here. Awesome, Philip. I know when I was on, like, God, I don't even know how long it's been since I've been on. The last time was an Ernie Harwell game. So glad you're enjoying that. Guys, you know what? Whether you're hey, there's Dwayne Martz. Got to catch a Dwayne Martz game earlier. Dwayne, I did say to steal with Tavares. I think I just probably typed it in too late earlier in your game. So good game there between the Pirates and the Braves. Dwayne is doing a 1978 season replay and got to see my Buccos deal with Dwayne's Braves. So that was fun. So yeah, guys, magic has been keeping me really busy again. I was out doing some music and magic last night. I had planned to come on, but that being said, Friday night, this coming Friday night, hopefully Mike Silva hasn't forgotten. We're going to have our digital to dice podcast, Bernie and I, and it'll be on this channel this month, I think. Yeah, this channel. And we're going to have Mike Silva on, and he's going to be talking about this insane, crazy tournament that he created in out of the park baseball with every team in baseball history from 1901 to 2024. Yes. So hey, there's Tim, Clee baseball fan. I really didn't expect anybody to come on. I mean, the LCS is on. I'm just following on MLB. I'm not watching the game or anything. Welcome in. So, when you say illusions, Philip, yeah. So, but let me clarify that. So, in the in magic, the magic industry, illusions are a specific type of magic effect. So those are like the big magic effects, sawing people in half, levitating them, making tigers appear. So I used to be an illusionist. It's too expensive to be an illusionist. I prefer close up magic and mentalism. So yeah, diamonds and dice. What did I say? Dice, digital dice. Yeah, diamonds and dice podcast. So yeah, so I'm not an illusionist, Philip. I used to be. So I'm a sleight of hand artist, although I don't use that billing in my advertising. So yeah. So yeah. So guys, thanks for coming in, and let's have do we talk a little baseball here or whatever. I started to say I wanted to just make a quick mention about Shohei Ohtani. Whether you're a Dodgers fan or not, man, oh man, when you think about it, right? So if we forget like the Temple Cup in the 19th century, but you look at the World Series or you look at postseason play, right, from 1903 to now, and what Shohei Ohtani did in game 4 of the NLCS. So I would love that too, Philip. Definitely would love to chat, my friend. Guys, we witnessed history. You know that. Yeah. JT Dutch, the master of understatement, says it was pretty historic. Yes, it was, my friend. We may never see that again, guys. Um, be happy, man. Be thankful that you got to witness that. And again, whether you're a Dodgers fan or not, Shohei Ohtani, there is no denying the man is a beast. He can play baseball, and you know what? Yeah, look, I'm not, but I hate the designated hitter. And no, am I asking pitchers to be able to have the gift that Shohei Ohtani has that Babe Ruth had? No, but you know what? Here's a man that fans 10 Brewers and hits 3 home runs. The only pitcher in postseason history to do what he did. I mean, look, just 3 home runs for a position player in a postseason game is huge. Or 10 strikeouts for a pitcher in postseason baseball is huge. He did both. Hey, cousin Ken. So where the fuck have I been? I can still say that because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. Busy with magic and my regular work. As I said, Ken, at the top of the broadcast, did a sleight of hand show last week. Got one coming up this Saturday at a kind of swanky cigar bar and lounge and stuff like that. So, kind of getting ready for that. So, doing my 8 hours a day at FedEx and then working about 4 to 5 hours on practice and rehearsal. And actually took a little bit of time off last night, went out and did some music and a tad bit of magic for a few people. So, yeah. Um, yeah, so as Tim says, 3 home runs in a postseason game is rare by anyone. Absolutely. It's crazy, man. It was Rick Wise-esque, says JT Dutch, when Wise hit 2 out and pitched a no-hitter. Yeah. So um, just it was amazing to see. Yeah, doing well, cousin. I'll find out Thursday the fate of FedEx Express. FedEx is merging with FedEx Ground to become what's known as FedEx One, and it's going to be a Mongolian clusterfuck, to be honest with you. So I may not have a regular job after like next March, and what I'm hoping for is, as this magic gets going, I can make more money at this. And hey, man, if that's what's going to happen, that's what's going to happen. I don't believe. I believe that when one door closes, God opens multiple other doors. And so if you hear dings in the background, it's just the guy, the owner of the place where I'm doing the show this Saturday. So I'm sorry this is punctuating what we're doing here, gents, but I'll get back on it. Yeah. All right, guys, let me just get this text back. Then let's get back uh, to uh, to baseball, guys. I miss it. I miss this community. Um, and Bernie believes it's time that we get Ned McGreevy. Jeff Ray, there's Jeff Ray. Another Bucko fan. JT just says, "Good to see the old gang in here." It really is, guys. I just felt like doing, just doing a broadcast because it's been a while, and I thought nobody's going to show up tonight. The ALCS is on, but wow, bottom of the seventh, the Blue Jays 6-2. Jeez. So if Seattle makes it to the World Series, I'm rooting for Seattle. If Toronto makes it to the World Series, I'm rooting for the Dodgers. So there, now you guys know that's my horse and race. Magic karaoke. There you go. Tell you what, man. Got to keep the vocal pipes in shape as well, and so that went well. And then people are like, "Hey, we hear you're a sleight of hand artist." So for some reason, the word's getting around in this city. So looking pretty good and expecting a pretty good crowd for Saturday. And I'm going to be doing this show after I do an 8-hour day at FedEx. I'm going to come home, get changed, pack, go, and I'm going to do a 2 to 3 hour gig Saturday night. So, yikes, Jesus, Mary and Joseph, I don't know what I'm going to do about it. So, guys, make sure to check out Dwayne Martz and Philip Reynolds. Check out those channels. Dwayne doing a 1970. I cannot keep up with him. Someday I hope he returns to the World Series project. But in the meantime, doing a 1978 season replay. And so just when you have Tavares on, Dwayne, and you're doing the Buccos steal with Tavares, he had some speed. So wanted me to tell you he interviewed Ken Burns. Oh my God, are you serious? Interviewing Ken Burns, that's like interviewing Paul McCartney. Wow. You know what? Ken, let us know where hopefully we can read that interview at some point. So guys, Ken, gifted journalist, his son, what an amazing journalist writer he is. The apple did not fall from the tree. I've read some of Ken's son's work, and it's astounding. And I've provided some links here on a couple broadcasts in the past. Really treat yourself. So hopefully, cousin lets us know what's going on. JT Dutch says he's rooting for the Mariners in the ALCS, but he does like the Blue Jays also. I do, but I mean, when it comes to the World Series, I will almost always root for a National League team, being a National League kind of guy. Tessier Ashpole, buddy. Good to see you. Says, hey, Beatles. And in caps, Beatles and caps. He's glad you're back, man, especially after that Otani performance. Never thought, right, exactly, right? Never thought you'd live to see something like that. And you know what? We may never see something like that again. That was just incredible. I was gobsmacked. I'm watching it. It's like, oh, so he hits the first home run, he's striking out. And I'm like, okay. But that was just, if that, and I will say this with no reservation, that what we saw Shohei Ohtani do that night was the pinnacle of baseball. It really, really was. And when you look at the rich history of postseason baseball, going all the way back, there's been great performances in postseason baseball. We could probably sit here for 5 hours and talk about maybe 1% of them. There's been so many. But that, right, Don Larson's perfect game, the only perfect game to ever been thrown in a World Series in 1956, right? Of course, the 1960 homer by Mazeroski, and then Joe Carter does it again, right? In the 90s, 93, I believe, 92, 93, which I always forget which year it is. It was 92, 93, right? Uh, Whatever, Pudge willing that ball to go fair in game 6 of the 75 World Series. Great moments, certainly, and great achievements. The little, so many things, but what Shohei Ohtani did was just, it was almost like the spirit of Babe Ruth was there that night and saying, all right, as Babe Ruth would say, all right, kid. And it was an amazing thing to watch. And I got to tell you, and I try to. Everybody knows my politics here, so I'm going to remain neutral. Don't run away, guys. Baseball once again proving for as insane as things are going on in our country and in the world, it was so nice to just be able to watch something like that and be treated to something that was just absolutely incredible. And if Ohtani, before the other night, hadn't edged his name into the proverbial history books, he certainly has now. He certainly has now. 93. Thank you, Tim. And JT, thanks, Guy. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Diamond Mine, yes, it is, Jack. Definitely. Battle of the 1977 expansion teams. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Good point. Um, it was just amazing. God, I mean, so what are we playing tonight? Yeah, so Reggie Jackson, 3 homers on 3 pitches. That's another great one. Dwayne, absolutely. Tim says 1992 was won by Dave Winfield, extra inning double, and last out was an Otis Nixon bunt. Yes, Great stuff. I talked about the gutsy performance of Walter Johnson in the 1924 World Series and Grover Cleveland Alexander in the 1926 World Series. Um, just Kurt Schilling, Kurt Schilling's just the sheer guts. And I'm not minimizing all of those things. Those were all great things. But I mean, just imagine Ohtani, boom, 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 and he fans 10. Good God. And again, I would hope that even folks out there that hate the Dodgers, you got mad respect, mad respect. And Reed says, glad your Reds made the playoffs. Yeah, they got in via luck, major luck. Yeah, relying on the Mets to lose. Well, tell you what, there's no joy in any Mudville near me. So in this part of the Commonwealth, predominantly Philadelphia Phillies fans. So condolences to Phillies. Um, Not, the Mets kind of just blah. So there's a few Mets fans around here as well. A couple Bucko fans, but so the Phillies, they, I don't know, man. Phillies got to make some changes, I think, at this point. If they because they're just falling short, falling short, falling short. And while at least they can brag, unlike the Pirates, the Phillies did win a world championship in the 21st century. Pirates haven't been in the postseason since 2015, and we haven't won a World Series since 1979. But it's, just seeing the Phillies get to the postseason and seeing these. And Phillies fans they're really cool, man. They're really cool, the Phillies fans around here. I've heard different things about the fans of like the Eagles and stuff, but that doesn't concern me. But the Philadelphia Phillies fans here, man, it's painful. It's kind of painful to see, especially for them, because for years and years in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, decades, the Pittsburgh Pirates were consistently the stronger baseball team, consistently. That is no longer the case. In fact, this year marked a sad milestone for the Pirates in that our overall historic one-loss record, it took this long for a storied franchise like this, that we are now in the history of on the losing end of things. But to see the disappointment in Phillies fans' faces, but I got to tell you what, man, they're still loyal. And so Phillies, there you go. Yeah, the Reds. I mean, Aaron, no knock on the Reds, but I would have been absolutely shocked had they moved ahead. But at least you can say, hey, your team got in there. Same for the Cubbies. Same for the Cubbies. Uh, I'm just going to say it straight up, though. The Brewers got bitch slapped, man. They got bitch slapped. I mean, I didn't think the Brewers finished first in a weak division. And I'm sorry, Brewers fans. I don't want to, I'm not knocking your Brewers, but the National League Central isn't what it used to be. It's not. The Red Sox and Yankees out of it. So at least we don't have a New York LA World Series. I don't think. I really think in a lot of ways. So Seattle makes the World Series. What a great story that's going to be. Something the media can really, really play up. But of course the Blue Jays, and considering events of earlier in the year, um, there's a certain politicians whose ass would be chapped if the Toronto Blue Jays would win the World Series. But neither here nor there. It's been a fun postseason. I was rooting for the Tigers, and they came up short. It happens, man. It happens. Yep, Mariners down 6-2. So, doing more on YouTube Network. Remember that one? Yes. So, talking about the Jack Morris and John Smoltz extra inning game. Yep. 4 best games in a row the Dodgers pitched this year. Quite good timing for them. Yeah, and how about it, JT? You're absolutely right. I mean, just about anything. I mean, it is about timing. And baseball is the long season, but more so in that postseason, right? So in American football, you've got the Super Bowl, and that's it. But this is the real grind, man. This is the real thing. MV says that test cricket is called that because it tests your resolve and endurance and this and that. Well, I would argue that October baseball does it even better. And yes, I'm biased being a baseball only fan, but I believe in all of the team sports, at least in America, there is nothing as wild and as amazing as October baseball. And that includes March Madness, man. I'm telling you. It's just it's insane. And I got to say I was very, very happy thus far this year with the postseason. It's been fun, fun, fun. Truth Hurts Wilkie says, "What's happening, my friend? Been busy, man, with Magic, doing shows and stuff like that. So, but trying to work my way back here. 2015 says Clinton Parks. My God, how you doing, Clinton? Hope all is well with you, buddy. Everyone making the playoffs. Best team doesn't play in the World Series. Well, yeah, I mean, Dwayne. The thing is we're not going to go back to you know the best two teams, right? The best team in the American League meets the best team nationally. We can't ever go back to that because you would really have to go back. You'd have to cut out a lot of franchises for that to happen, or else you're going to end up very much like you would have where you had one league and you had the National League, right, in the 1890s, and there was nothing. So by then the Temple Cup is over with. There's no World Series yet. So, if your team's, in second place, but you're 4 games back with 2 games left, there's not a lot going on. So if I had my druthers, as they say, I would like I would like to see the postseason go back to the way it was. Um, have just a championship series and the World Series. But we're beyond that point. We are beyond that point. So JT says, just hope whoever the Dodgers play in the World Series gives them a real fight, but we'll see. Yeah. Um, well, I'll tell you what. I think JT that both of these teams won it badly. I mean, it's a battle. I mean, yeah, I realize that tonight, yeah, it's 6-2. So tomorrow night is going to be pretty nuts, and then we see. But I fully expect Seattle and Toronto to play your Dodgers tough, my friend. So what'll be fair? Game 7 will be November 1st. So as long as the World Series doesn't go 7 games, it will end in October. Yep, it will. It will. All about the money. Oh, I know. I know. I know, Dwayne. It is about the money, and that's why we'll never go back. You know. Well, you know what? Truth Hurts Wilkie. He says here. Oh, I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting to highlight you guys. Damn it! I'm sorry. So he says, I don't know how the Brewers won 97 games with that lineup. Experts predicted them to be 84-78 and not even make the playoffs. Um, yeah, I mean, weak division for one thing. Although, I mean, granted, divisional play is meaningless now. It's meaningless, but sometimes teams are going to overperform. But they met a juggernaut in the Dodgers, and I do say that, full well that with that, using that word, I know it sounds terribly dramatic, but it came together for LA, and I guess it's the other thing too that we can talk. Of course, we can all certainly talk about the how we feel, and I don't think a lot of us are big fans of the big expanded playoffs and the wild cards and blah 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 blah, but they're here to stay. But if anything, I mean, one at least could argue that if you're making it to the World Series, maybe you saved your best for for the postseason, but you had to gut it out. So, whereas in any given game in any given team sport, um, you know, I mean, come on, the Colorado Rockies won 43 of their games this year, so there you go. There's that. Um, So Clinton says by now I should be exclusively looking at another season, wrestling with sticks on ice. Dwayne says, I hope one year is Colorado playing Minnesota in the World Series, so we have a snow delayed game. That would be fun. That would be fun. Um, yeah, I mean, so baseball run late. I mean, does that really bother me terribly much? No. But Dwayne is right. I mean, it is about the money. It is about the money. So Truth Hurts Wilkie chimes in saying the Dodgers will be known forever after the 2026 season, bringing the salary cap to baseball. We need a salary cap, need a salary floor, and again, you guys know I'm a Pirates fan, but we have to get rid of. Um, I need to put this delicately because I don't want to, I don't know everybody's. Let's just say the crap end of town, cheap ass owners, in my opinion, like Bob Nutting, right? Dude's sitting back and he is just collecting cash. I mean, he said the players, Pirates players were calling him out. We have this core of a good team, and that's all it's been. That's all it's been. We're going to lose Skeens. O'Neill Cruz is going to go elsewhere. It's just a matter of time. Sawinski. We already lost to Brian Hayes. It's just, you know, you got, I mean, Major League has got to you got to penalize teams like the Pittsburgh Pirates. And I love my Pirates, but this can't keep going on. And Nutting keeps going back to the damn small market excuse. You know what, man? What was it that Shelby Foote said that Abraham Lincoln said that won't scour, right? Talking about plows, and it means an excuse, right? It's not gonna fly. Detroit, small market team, postseason. Milwaukee, small market team, postseason. Cleveland, small market team, postseason. Cincinnati, small market team, postseason. This is bullshit, man, what the Pirates are doing. So I don't want to hear this excuse about small market, large market. If it was consistently every damn year, the Yankees, Dodgers, Mets, Cubs, okay, then I would say that argument has merit. But the fact that the Tigers, the Guardians, the Reds, the Brewers made it to the postseason, I would even say that the Mariners aren't necessarily so much a large market team as they are a team that does. I mean, that's what else is there? That there's no Major League Baseball team in Portland. The nearest Major League Baseball team to them is San Francisco Giants, right? So, yeah, they do. The Dodgers, man, it's big money, big money. So, but yeah, so next year is, I don't know. I think we're going to see a lock. I don't know. We're going to see a lockout, whatever. So, rumored Kyle Schwarber is going to be a free agent after the season. Schwarber's a hell of a hitter, but man, that batting average, oof, kind of reminds me of the exploits of Dave Kingman, except he doesn't even hit as high an average as Kingman. But when Schwarber hits the ball, he hits the ball. Oof, damn. Dodgers oh my God. So I didn't realize it was that high. So the Dodgers TV contract, a 25-year agreement, is worth a total of, oh my God, 8.35 billion. Oh man, that's shakes. That's just like, I can't even, I can't grasp it. Can't imagine it. So oh. So there we go. So thank you for allowing me to rant about my Buccos, guys. So we're in the bottom of the eighth now. Toronto leading 6-2, but it is baseball, so can't say it's over. Well, no, I mean, so why it's not fair? True, but still, even though it's not fair, and I would agree with that. Still, it's not like that only the big market teams are making it in the postseason. But I'm just tired of clubs like the Pittsburgh Pirates, of whom, again, they're my team, that they're just collecting the welfare checks from everybody else, and everybody else. I mean, look, the Reds and Pirates, the past few years, the pretty much identical type of thing, but the Reds at least kind of slid into the postseason. They didn't finish. No, the Pirates did not have the worst record in baseball, but we weren't too good. We weren't the White Sox, we weren't the Rockies, but I do think we were the third worst team in baseball this year. third or fourth. It's inexcusable, man. We got. There's a hell of a team there, but Nutting. I mean, even Kutch, pretty much without naming Nutting, is he's fed up. Other players, they joke. They said this is just where we go, and then we know we're going to get sold elsewhere, and they know that. And so if the atmosphere isn't created in the clubhouse, in the organization, to care about your players, for years and years and years, the Pirates, Baseball America ranked the Pirates as having like the best farm system, and yet we don't see any of it. Because hey, minor leaguers, sure, that's easy, but if Nutting actually had to pay players, and players, guys, and I'll finish this rant in a minute, and we'll get on to the game or talk about some other stuff, but I know that you guys, true baseball fans, you're gonna bitch about your team if you're pissed off, and I am pissed off, man. Um, you know, you can't we had players all through our franchise history, and if you just look back just to the '90s, right, just to the '90s. I mean, we gave up on Tim Wakefield, and he ends up making this great career. May his memory be eternal with Boston. McCutchen begged to stay in Pittsburgh. Nutting didn't want to pay him. And Kutch wasn't asking for like this insane salary, but and he loves Pittsburgh. He lives in Pittsburgh, but we lost Kutch in his best years, some of his prime years, elsewhere. Josh Bell wanted to stay. Aroldis Chapman wanted to stay. And it's just incredible. So I think that Nutting thinks, okay, hey, we're going to just concentrate on Paul Skeens, and we know that he's going to go. You get this guy now, show the fans something, and pay this kid what he's worth. He's putting up dead ball numbers, and probably, come on, right? But the Bucks aren't going to do it, and he's going to end up a Dodger, a Met, a Yankee, a Cub. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. So Truth Hurts Wookie said I would trade Skeens and get a home now before I would chance a major arm injury. I I would pay him, and make sure that this kid gets everything he needs. Because the thing is maybe a lot of people would want Paul Skeens, but what the Pirates historically have lacked, my friend, is pitching. I've said it a million times. There is not a single Hall of Fame pitcher that's in there as a Pirate. None of them. The greatest pitcher in our franchise is Babe Adams, a dead ball era pitcher. We've had good pitching, but the Pirates have never really had great pitching. Never. Um, so yeah, we trade him, but then we're back to, we got a couple good pitchers, but here's somebody that you build a team around, you know? Yeah, I know. Well, so Tommy Pham did all right at the end of the season, but you're right. Kutch, I'm glad he came back to the Berg. He shouldn't have gone though. Shouldn't have gone. Yep, what good is pitching when you can't score? I know. So Skeens doesn't have a winning season, but you look at those numbers, and that's the thing. But you build, but Nutting's not going to, because you know what? Yeah, the Rowdy Tellez thing when the Pirates. Yeah, right. Exactly, Tim. Thank you. Well, let me put this up here. I mean, this was crazy, and the Pirates in the 2000s, in the 2010s, especially in the 2010s, under the ownership of Bob Nutting, right? So they set these ridiculously low bonuses for players, and then they pull a Charles Comiskey. Hey, Bernie, right? They pull Charles Comiskey as he did on Eddie Seacott. Yeah, 29 isn't 30, Eddie. Well, that's what Nutting's doing, man. It's what he's doing. So yeah, the Rowdy Tellez thing. You're absolutely right, Tim. DFA, yeah, prior to him hitting a bonus, he just needs to go, man. Kevin McClatchy was a good owner. McClatchy fought to keep the Bucks in Pittsburgh. secured that ballpark. I was working as a magician in Pittsburgh at the time. So it was around 2000, 2001, working over there. And, they levied they increased the sales tax 1 percentage point or a half, no, 1 percentage point in Allegheny County only, to help build the most beautiful new park in baseball, PNC Park. And in that beautiful park, we've been to the postseason 3 times, but never gone further than, wild card, or, the just what have you. But nutting just there's nothing in there to penalize. There's nothing in Major League Baseball that's going to penalize Bob Nutting, and there needs to be. There needs to be. But you know what? The owners, do you really think, hey, the owners, they're like, hey, whatever, here, if this is going to keep these pirates here, let's throw Bob Nutting 20 million bucks there, or let's throw him $10 million, yeah, whatever, it's chump change. So there it should be, look, if you're not showing evidence in 3 seasons of a real rebuild and a revamp and what have you, guess what, you don't get your welfare check, pal. I would hate to see the Pirates leave Pittsburgh. Pirates have been there since 1887. Not as the Pirates, but had a ball club there since 1887. So Braves. So Dwayne says, "What about Paul Skeens being a Brave?" Hey, you know what? At least they'll pay him. At least they'll pay him. So Brimstone has the guts to live in Pittsburgh. Yep, he loves Pittsburgh. Still lives there. Clinton says the problem is that's exactly what happened during the dead ball. The saddest, yeah, Smokey Joe Wood. Yeah. So Bernie, I'd let everybody know this Friday night, and hopefully Mike Silva will remember 10 o'clock on this channel. I believe we're on this channel this time. Just to remind everybody, Mike Silva created like this sort of something of Frankensteinian proportions, if you will. A tournament with every team in baseball history from 1901 to 2024. D. Scott Howard, welcome in. So he's going to be talking top of the ninth, guys. 1 out. So looks like there's going to be a game 7. So tune in for that Friday night, 10 o'clock. Okay, so on this channel, Friday night, 10 o'clock, Bernie and I will be giving the floor essentially to Mike Silva. I think you guys are going to really enjoy this. It's incredible. Hopefully, Mike will be bringing some of his spreadsheets with him and all of the other stuff. It's just so I was on their Discord, on the Discord of the Fields Sports Dreams, Sports Sims Replays, yeah, and he was showing it to me, and just incredible. I mean, I would have never thought, like, because, right, I thought, hey, this is a cool thing. Out of the park baseball, you can make 70 team tournaments. And I mean, let's face it, I still have that tournament going on that we have to get back onto, guys. It's just 16 teams. But 70 teams, man, that's going to take forever to play through something like every team in baseball history. Now, he's not playing every inning of every game. He would have to, like, live as long as a Tolkien elf or something. But I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. Mike talked about how, and he'll be talking more, elaborating on it, but just the more of an immersion for him in baseball history and learning even more, and just whatever you guys know, the love that he puts into things, the ballparks and uniforms mod. Well, that same kind of love has gone into this fantastic, crazy thing. So. Yeah, Truth Hurts Wookie says he remembers the Washington Nationals signing Steven Strasburg to that big, massive contract. Didn't end well. It certainly did not. And, of course, you can just ask the New York Mets about Bobby Bonilla. Yeah. So, but there's got to be a salary floor, and there has to be a salary cap, and baseball still enjoys one thing that no other entity in America enjoys. Baseball is the only legal monopoly in the United States. The only one. And that needs to end too. That needs to end too. I love baseball to bits, but this whole thing, it's an archaic ruling. It's got to go away. Yeah, the antitrust exemption, they're exempt from it. It's got to go away. I don't understand it. Um, it always seems somehow that the we complain sometimes about the salaries that players are drawing, but owners, man, they're going to do what they're going to do, and if they're going to pay somebody, what are you going to do? I mean, imagine if you have the talent to be a major league baseball player and somebody wants to pay you, I don't know, put out a number, a big number out there. How many people are going to say no to $200 million? You know, but the antitrust exemption, gotta go, man. Gotta go. Modern Relic, how are you doing, man? He says, "Hey, campers." So this is fun. We haven't even done a game here. We're just talking baseball, which is what I really miss. And I miss doing the chin wags and having people on 2 down, runner on first, top of the ninth. So looks like we are. Um, looks like we're on the verge of an exciting game 7. I hope it will be. Um, I want Seattle in there. Just why? Never been there. All right, so this is an all-time greats league. There's actually 4 of them that come with both volumes of the all-time great players sets with Diamond Mine Baseball. So I thought tonight we'd do the rare Pittsburgh Pirate game. So I'm thinking we're going to have Phillies Pirates playing here tonight. Why not? Why not? Why not? JT Dutch says, let me show this. He says, yes, there's, the little pairs make a lot of money and get hurt, but they're also young players signed at a bargain. They have great seasons. Yeah, again, Paul Skeens. I mean, you're right. They have great seasons. Cardinals were bad, and they said they're raising ticket prices 15%. Fans aren't happy around here. Cardinals need to be careful because as much of a baseball town as St. Louis is, you don't want to disorient. You don't want to start getting Cardinals fans pissed off. That's a baseball town, and the Cardinals should be very, very, very happy. Because it's been conventionally, from all the things I've read about St. Louis, it's like, yeah, where they had an American football team there, but whatever else they had, those were things to do until spring training started. It's a baseball town, and but yeah, they're going to raise those ticket prices, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Pirates did. If the Pirates did, I'll tell you what, Allegheny County is going to blow up. The whole the western part of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania is going to blow up. Yep, playing Monopoly. Only baseball is legal. Yeah, that's a better way to put it, Modern Relic. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Boy, I missed you guys. This is so much fun. Clinton says, the Another Life Beatles played with Cleveland City in 1871, caught Al Proud without a glove or mask or probably jockstrap. Look at what happened over time. I know, Clinton. You're damn right. Okay, it's over in Toronto. On to Game 7, says JT Dutch. So there you go, guys. All right. So Vlad Guerrero Jr. is another monster. Guess if you have a hitting coach or somebody teaching hitting you like Vlad Guerrero, you're going to do fine, huh? So Clinton Parks says, used to enjoy going to Cardinals games at Old Bush, enjoyed walking across the street to the Bowling Hall of Fame. I didn't know the Bowling Hall of Fame was in St. Louis. You learn something new every day, don't you? All right, so rare Pirates game tonight. And I think we'll do Philadelphia versus Pittsburgh. I don't know who's on these rosters. I haven't looked. These are split up into it's the most unique sort of all-time greats franchise thing I've ever seen, because it takes all of these players, but you'll see them like these players in different sort of eras, if you will, of their history and stuff like that. So there's a way to check the rosters. but frankly, I can't be arsed. So, Brother Jack Dawson, a new adopter of Diamond Mine Baseball. So, also there's a new update for Pocket Pennant Run Baseball. We're not going to see probably any of the big updates or anything. I mean, the bigger updates like the ratings and things like that, I'm led to understand until next year. But still, good rock solid game. Maybe we'll do a game of that some night too. And once I can get things in order here, we're very, very close to finally getting Ned McGreevy going. So I'll probably make a little announcement about that on Friday night, right after I ask you guys to stay, well, for a little while on Friday night. And we'll talk about getting McGreevy going. All right. All right, let's go and let's see what we have. Play selected game. So let's go. Let's go. Boy, it's been a while. It's been a while. All right, we're on our way to Three River Stadium. Temperature at game time is 58 degrees. Wind is blowing left to right, 1 mile per hour. We have a clear sky here in the Steel City. And let me see, looking at these Buccos and these Phillies. Ooh, okay, quite a mix. This is quite a mix. All right. So for the Philadelphia Phillies, we got McBride, Gross, and Schmidt, Luzinski, Hayes, and Johnstone, Cash, Boa, and Boone. And yes, I accidentally left the DH on in this. I keep forgetting to turn it off. So, mea culpa. Rick Wise is pitching. For the Pittsburgh Pirates, we got Matty Alou, Oliver and Hebner, Stargell, Thompson, Johnny Ray, Robinson, Sanguin, and Tavares. And taking the mound and hopefully not tripping is Doc Ellis. And we're underway here through River Stadium. We're going to keep chatting as we look. Clinton Park says he has a new toy courtesy of Brian White. And what might that be, my friend? All right, here we go. Here's the one strike pitch now to Bick McBride. And this one is hit hard deep to center field. Al Oliver back at the wall and pulls it down 1 away. All right, brings up Greg Gross now. Left-handed hitter in the box against Ellis, who has the sign from Sanguin. The count full. Ellis lets it go. Sharply hit ground ball. This one backhanded diving stop by Johnny Ray. Throws to first from his knees. Close play at first. Bang, bang. And Gross is out. Stargell making a nice stretch there at first. And here is Michael Jack Schmidt. 2 down here in Pittsburgh. Philadelphia Phillies versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. And count 1-1 on Schmidt. And Ellis lets it go. Blast to right center. But Al Oliver is going to run it down. And that does it. So a couple loud outs take care of the Phillies, though, in the top of the first. Bottom of the first, the Phillies nothing, and the Pittsburgh Pirates coming to bat. Matty Alou leading things off for the Buccos against the cross-state Philadelphia Phillies. All right, here's the payoff pitch to Matty Alou, and a little fly ball to right. This is going to get down there, a little quail for a single. Von Hayes can't find the handle, and Matty Alou ends up at second. So we're going to score that one. That's going to be an error on Von Hayes. So E9, and Matty Alou, who has some decent speed, is on in scoring position for center fielder Al Oliver, lefty in the box. The 0-2 offering to Al Oliver, and this one hit on the ground to the left side. Boa has it going to his right, bluffs Alou back, and throws over, and that will take care of Al Oliver. All right, so 1 down here in the Pirates first. Yeah, how about it? JT just says, hey, Rick Wise, speak of the devil. Exactly. All right, here's the Gravedigger's son, Richie Hebner, in the box now. And the 3-1 pitch from Wise. This one, a little slow roller. Charging in is second baseman Dave Cash. Matty Alou's going to move up the play and score that one 4-3 as the throw goes on to Greg Gross. Matty Alou just 90 feet away. Pirates threatening, but 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning of Three River Stadium. And brings up Chicken on the Hill, Wolver, Dornell, Stargell. And here we go, that wind up. Alou leads down third. Here's the pitch to Willie Stargell. This one missing way outside. This one off of Bob Boone's glove, goes all the way to the backstop. And Matty Alou First run of the game, score a wild pitch on Rick Wise. So the cross Commonwealth Philadelphia Phillies give the Buccos a little gift, and a run scores. So here we go. Yep, Wilver Dornell Stargell, you got it. All right, Willie back in the box now. So Rick Wise needs to settle down here a little bit. Stargell batting with 2 down. And here we go. The wind and the pitch. Stargell with a grounder to third. Schmidt up with it and throws across the diamond. Gross stretches, and that retires the side. But the Pittsburgh Pirates pick up a run on a wild pitch. We go to the top of the second. It's the Pirates 1 and the Philadelphia Phillies nothing. Vin Scully always used Stargell's full name because he respected him so much. Yeah. Oh, man, Vin Scully. How I wish John Herson would have persuaded the great Vin Scully to pick up where Ernie Harwell had left off in Baseball for Windows. Could you imagine? Could you imagine having a baseball game called by the great Vin Scully? Man, oh man. JT, I got to tell you, that's one thing. Dodgers great history, you know that. But jealous of you guys. And I mean, hey, we had some pretty good broadcasters too in our past. Bob Prince and Landon Fratelli was a good broadcaster. I think Greg Brown's doing a good job. Of course, the Tigers had Ernie Harwell. Cardinals had Jack Buck. But you know what? And we can go on and on. Marty Brennaman. But Vin Scully, the way he called a baseball game, it was it. Vin Scully could make the most routine thing just poetic. It was almost like It was like the first time I ever read any F. Scott Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald had this amazing way of making prose be very poetic. And I always felt that way about Vin Scully. And he, in the respect that he showed the players, and the man fiercely loved the game. And boy, that's one of the people I would have loved to have met. Certainly is great Vin Scully. So, you Dodgers fans, you guys knew the treasure you had in him, though, but so did the rest of baseball. No, what a great broadcaster. All right, here's Wills to lead it off. So we're gonna have Luzinski, Hayes, and Johnstone here in the top of the second for the Quakers. All right, Doc Ellis peers in, has a sign from Manny. Baseball been very, very good to me, Sanguian. He toes the rubber, pitch on the way. This one grounded up the middle, and this one into center field for a base hit. So Luzinski is aboard, and here comes Von Hayes. Von Hayes looking to redeem himself from that error back in the first inning. Hayes bats lefty in the box now. Ellis deals. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one popped in the air towards second. Johnny Ray has it lined up, and he will bring it down for out number 1. All right, here's Jay Johnstone now. He settles in on the left-hand side of the box. John DFW says, "Oh my God, it's Beatles." Hey, John, how you doing, buddy? Great to see you, man. The gang is all here and loving it. Tim says, Vin calling Chipper Jones as Larry Wayne Jones Jr. would have been great as well. Yeah. Mike Schmidt, now almost every baseball fan. Oh, yep. And I say it at least once per broadcast when I got him on. You got to call him Michael Jack Schmidt. Exactly. So thank you, Vin, for that. But Larry Wayne Jones Jr. I think on that one, and no disrespect to Chipper, but we'll stick. I think we'll stick with Chipper Jones, but yeah, that would have been cool. Yeah, I am, John. Been busy with sleight of hand magic, and had a show last week. I have a show this coming Saturday, so getting busy with that. So once that becomes more stable and more predictable, it's actually going to give me more time for this, as I can sort of start the back away from FedEx. So that's the plan, anyhow. All right, Luzinski on, 1 away now for Jay Johnstone. Ellis checks the runner at first, and he comes home with a 1-2 delivery. And this one grounded to the right side. Johnny Ray makes a nice stop in the hole, and Johnstone is out at first. Luzinski moves to second on the play. So 2 down. Phillies with a potential tying run in scoring position, and brings up former Bucko Dave Cash. And the count even 2 balls, 2 strikes. This one in there low below the knees. Cash chases the ball, and he is out of there. So Doc Ellis picks up a strikeout to end the inning. The Phillies strand one in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the second here at Three Rivers Stadium. And it's the Pittsburgh Pirates 1, the Philadelphia Phillies nothing. Using teams from one of the gazillion leagues from the all-time great players set from Diamond Mine Baseball. If you have Diamond Mine Baseball, get these two. Pick up a bunch of the all-time greatest teams. You can get every season free for this from 1871 to 1926, and just have fun. This is such a great, great baseball game. Has anyone checked Dr. Ellis's eyes? Says Modern Relic. Yeah, how about it? All right, Jason Thompson, Johnny Ray, and Bill Robinson do up for the Bucks, the 5, 6, 7 hitters for the Corsairs of the Three Rivers. And Rick Wise deals. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Jason Thompson. This one slapped up the middle, and Rick Wise squared up, makes the play. So score that 1-3 as he fires on to Greg Gross. Good play there by Rick Wise off the bump. So one away now for Johnny Ray. Unfortunately, part of those Pirate teams of the 1980s, but Johnny Ray, a pretty good baseball player in his own right. All right, the 1-0 pitch to Johnny Ray, chopped softly toward first, and Gross up with it, and he would take it to the bag himself. Close play at first. Ray dives in, and he is safe. And here we thought we had us a routine play. So Johnny Ray showing some hustle going down the line, dives into first. So the Buccos now with their second hit of the ball game, one away. And Bill Robinson settles in the box, right-hand side. And here we go. So Johnny Ray being held on at first. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Rick Wise. And this one bounced for Larry Bowa short. Are they going to get two? One out? Yep, one there, two there. And an inning-ending double play. So the Pirates threaten, do not score. We head to the visitors' half of the third inning, and it's the Pirates leading the Phillies 1-0. So, guys, thank you for coming in tonight, man. I really missed all this. I really did. Miss you guys. Not so much doing the games, but just you guys. It's just great. All right, it's Bowa, Boone, and McBride. So here we go. 2/3 alliteration there. All right, count 0-1 on Larry Bowa. Here's the pitch from Doc Ellis. Bowa out in front of it, and Ellis barehands it in front of the bump and throws onto Willie Stargell for the 1-3 putout. So 1 up, 1 down now for Bob Boone. Phillies catcher digs into the box, waiting for the Doc Ellis delivery. 1-2 pitch on the way. Little change up there by Doc. Did he go around? And yes, he did. Doc Ellis picks up another strikeout. All right, so two-way back at the top of the order now. Bake McBride in the box. So the 0-2 pitch on the way to McBride. Here it comes. This one hit to Taveras at short. Nice backhanded grab, and he's going to throw over to first for the out. Score that one 6-3, and that does it for the Philadelphia Phillies. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Buccos and Phillies. It's 1-0 in favor of the Pirates. So, again, just a reminder, Friday night, 10 o'clock on this channel, the Diamonds to Dice podcast, Bernie and I will be having as our very, very special guest, Mike Sola, talking about his crazy creation of a tournament consisting of every team in baseball history from 1901 to 1924. Tune in. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Mike brings such a passion and fun to the game, and just can't wait. So hopefully Silver remembers. We're going to have somebody whack him if not. All right, Manny Sanguilla and Frank Taveras and Matty Alou do up for the Buccos, the 8, 9, and 1. And here we go. Rick Wise with the 1-2 delivery. This one is popped up, and Bob Boone, waiting over there on foul ground just to the right of the plate, flings aside the mask and catches it for out number 1. Here's the speedy Frank Taveras now. Had a stolen base in Dwayne's game today. Tavares behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A delivery from Rick Wise. This one hit high in the air and deep. Right center field. McBride and Hayes angling back. And at the track, it's going to be Big McBride pulling it in. So Frank Tavares, not known for his power, gave it a long ride here at Three River Stadium. So that ball hit almost 400 feet away. All right, back at the top of the order now. Matty Alou, 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Alou in the box now. Base hit back in the 1st inning, led off the game. Here's the pitch. Hard ground ball. This one down the first base line. This one, another base hit. Matty Alou, 2 for 2. And he's going for 2 and beats the throw by Von Hayes. Hayes out there had errored in this game. Played the ball casually, according to our play-by-play here. And the Buccos, with 2 down, have a runner in scoring position. Al Oliver, with some pop in his bat now, in the box. Important part of those 1970s Lumber Company. Al Oliver, very fine baseball player. Not sure if he's Hall of Fame caliber, but certainly fine player. By the way, I know everybody's talking about Ace Frehley. May his memory be eternal. But as a Moody Blues fan, I just want to take a second and say eternal memory to the great John Lodge of the Moody Blues, who died a few days before Ace Frehley. So rock and roll being hit kind of hard here a little bit. So to both of those musicians, but memory eternal. But Ace Frehley getting all the press, but John Lodge, brilliant songwriter, brilliant bassist, excellent singer for a legendary band. All right, Oliver in the box now. Scoop. He bounced out his last time up. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he pops it up right side, and Gross is underneath it, and he's in the baseline. 25 feet, it says, into foul territory. Puts away for the 3rd out. So the Pirates squander an opportunity. We go to the top of the 4th. Pirates lead the Phillies. Tight game here. 1-0. Doc Ellis with a 1-hitter thus far as we enter the middle innings of this contest. All right, so it'll be the number 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Phillies: Greg Gross, Michael Jack Schmidt, and Greg Luzinski. All right, so Greg Gross batting first here in the 4th. A delivery from Doc Ellis. Ground ball up the middle. Johnny Ray ranging to his right, up with it, and throws moving away from the bag, and they get Greg Gross by a step. Beautiful play there. Johnny Ray not only playing some good second base there, but diving into first for a base hit, one of the Pirates' 3 base hits. All right, here he is, Michael Jack Schmidt, who hit his 500th career home run in Pittsburgh. All right, here we go. Mike Schmidt in the 3 slot. Long fly ball to right center back in the 1st. 0-1 pitch from Doc Ellis. And this one is lined hard into left center. Nice bit of hitting by Schmidt. And this one, a low pitch out over Tavares' head. And Michael Jack Schmidt is aboard. So tying run on now for the Philadelphia Phillies brings up Greg Luzinski. 1 on, 1 out. Luzinski with a base hit back in the 2nd. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a liner up the middle. And this one is going to get through for a single. Schmidt is around 2nd, and they're going to flash the stop sign right there. So the Phillies trying to get something going here with 1 out. Pirates looking to induce a double play here. Schmidt at 2nd, Luzinski at 1st. Not a lot of speed there. As Von Hayes, 1.5 lapses out there in right field. So looking to get something done for the Quakers here. All right, here we go. Ellis with a check of Schmidt at 2nd. Count full. And here's the pitch. Hayes swings on this one and misses a pitch at the top of the strike zone. Down he goes. So huge strikeout for Doc Ellis and the Pittsburgh Pirates. 2 down, and you just got to get past Jay Johnstone here. Michael Schmidt at 2nd. Greg Luzinski at 1st. And Johnstone bounced out back in the 2nd. From the belt, Ellis lets it go. 2-0 pitch. This one healthy cut by Johnstone. Line drive single to center field. And Schmidt going around 3rd. And Luzinski turns at 2nd. Schmidt going home. Luzinski's going to hold at 2nd. The throw coming home. Close play at the plate. But the throw is short and gets away from Manny Sanguillen. Doc Ellis now chasing it down to the backup play. Luzinski will move to third. Johnson takes second. Score that one. E8. What a mess. And the Philadelphia Phillies in the top of the fourth tied up. It's 1-1. Some old-fashioned baseball going on here. All right, Dave Cash now in the box. Phillies, runners in second and third. And after that big strikeout by Doc Ellis, Phillies still able to capitalize. All right, so Dave Cash struck out his last time up. From the stretch in the 1-2 pitch, Ellis lets it go. This one taken low. Scrambling save by Sanguillen. Oof. So Sanguillen saves a run right there. Ellis, maybe somebody should check his eyes right there. All right, count even on Dave Cash. Ellis works home and gets him a strikeout too late. 4 strikeouts in the game for Doc Ellis. And Dave Cash has whiffed twice in this game. So the Phillies tied up. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning at Three River Stadium. We are knotted at 1. So Richie Hebner, Willie Stargell, Jason Thompson due up for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Hebner, the lefty, in there. Grounded out to second his last time up. Rick Wise has the sign from Bob Boone and the wind in the pitch. Hebner with a little ground ball, right-hand side. Dave Cash making a little lateral throw over there to first. 1 up, 1 down. So we score that one 4-3. And once again, Wilver, Dornell, Stargell up. So 2 of the game's great home run hitters sharing the same field today. Stargell and Schmidt. 2-2 delivery now. And this one ripped to center for a base hit. So the Buccos picking up another base hit there. High breaking ball. Tried to tie up Stargell, but couldn't quite get it done. And Stargell staying on that ball and gets the Buccos' 4th hit. So scores identical here on the line score. 1-4-1 for each team as Jason Thompson settles in the box. Rick Wise studies the hitter for a moment. Knows there's not a lot of speed on at first there. Chicken on the hill with Will, as Bob Prince used to say. 1 on, 1 out. Ground ball out last time for Mr. Thompson. Wise from the stretch and the payoff pitch. Fly ball right field. Von Hayes is on the move, and he's actually going to catch this one. Ball was well hit, but Hayes staying with it this time. So 2 down, and it brings up Johnny Ray. Hfield 07, he said, didn't see you online. Good to see you back, Beatles. Good to see you back, man. Good to see everybody back. Saw your message the other day, and I was going to say, yep, I'm going to come on soon. I think I did answer it. But anyhow, welcome in, man. Good to see you. Hfield, of course, one of the big guns out of the park. Baseball. John DFW played a good game of baseball. Max this weekend lost 2-1. I almost got it again. Baseball Max. I really did, John. I'm like so close to getting that game again. But I'm going to kind of wait until I can sort of do this a lot more. This is the first game of baseball I've played since my last broadcast. I haven't even been playing anything offline. It's disgusting, man. Disgusticating. Pops. All right, so Willie Stargell aboard with the Buccos' 4th base hit. 1-1 your score here in the bottom of the 4th inning at the cement ashtray known as Three River Stadium. Johnny Ray in the box. So count, no balls, 1 strike, and Rick Wise lets it go. This one grounded past Wise, and this one gets into center field for hit. 5th hit for the Buccos, and they're going to hold Willie Stargell at second. So 2 away, and now the Pirates trying to answer the Phillies here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bill Robinson in the box. Wise, 2 on, 2 out. An inning-ending double play last time for Robinson. 1-2 pitch in the way. Nice breaking ball from Wise. And Bill Robinson's going fishing and comes up with just an empty hook and score that one AK. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Pirates and Phillies tied at 1. Larry Boa, Bob Boone, and Bake McBride. So now, indeed, we do. Oh, no, we don't. See, Bake, we're going to say Boa, Boone, and Bake because I want to just do some alliteration. All right, Boa in there now. No balls, 1 strike, and Ellis comes home. Off-speed pitch, grounded to right side. Stargell moves to his right and feeds it on to Doc Ellis, covering. Score that one, 3-1. So 1 up, 1 down now, and here's Bob Boone. That's righty. He struck out back in the third. Payoff pitch. And this one driven to right center. And Oliver turning on the Jets at the warning track and puts it away. Big, long out there. So 410. At this time in Three River Stadium, they would bring the fences in a bit, but it was 410 at one point out there. So, but just a big old loud out. We're back at the top of the order with 2 down, and here's Bake McBride sporting that fro there. Gotta love it. Count full and McBride pitch on the way from Doc Ellis. This curveball lifted into right field. Matty Lou taps the glove once, twice, and has it for the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the 5th, and we are still knotted at 1. Little cross-state play between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Philadelphia Phillies. Manny Sanguilla and Frank Taveras, and Matty Lou due up. So, John says he is playing the Braves 1980 season. Essentially a 500 team. 500 teams are kind of fun too, because at least, right, you have some wiggle room. It's like, okay, can I do better? Can I get there? I was reading the other day at work. I had some downtime. It was on Saturday. It was really slow, and so I was in the Internet Archive instead of I was looking at some old Street and Smith's baseball, and it was just so fun reading those big full page ads that Strat would take out, and stuff like that. So it's really fun. Don't forget about the Internet Archive, guys, and of course, Baseball Digest. I had failed to mention when I subscribed to it, guys, that when you subscribe to the digital version of Baseball Digest, you also get the print magazine, which is kind of nice. So there you go. I'm going to come up with a baseball quiz here again pretty soon for everybody, so we'll have some fun there. So Aaron tells John, he says he's playing a Pure Sim replay of 1978. So you and Dwayne are on the same wavelength there with 1978. But for Aaron, right, in Pure Sim, like Owl Park Baseball will continue. So he says it's moved into 1980. Red Sox won the series in 78 and the Reds in 79. Well, it's obviously rigged if the Reds won it in 79. It's rigged, baby. All right. I've been so far out of the loop, I have no idea where our RJL network is and what he's doing and what anybody's doing. Dwayne's game was the first one I caught. I caught a Bernie Strom game last week, man, but I've been just out of it. It's bad. Doing this business. H-Field says, I've never played this game, but every time I see you have it on, it looks good. Do they have a Black Friday sale? So this is my only knock about Imagine Sports, is they have one sale a year and they never tell you when it is. They never tell you when it is, man. But it is a good game. It is definitely a good game. All right, bottom of the 5th. Manny Sanguilla and Frank Taveras, Matty Lou due up. And here we go. He popped up his last time up. Rick Wise ready. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Squibber, third base side. And Michael Jack Schmidt will get there, but Wise is going to beat him to it. Has it. Snap throw to first. This throw is high. Gross leaps and comes down on the bag just in time. Ooh, a little bit of drama there. So there's a lot you can do in this game, H-Field. I'm just letting the computer manage and stuff like that, but very, very, very deep, extremely customizable baseball game. Good community. There are some mods out there where you can pretty up these ballparks, and our own Truth Hurts Wilkie, who's in here, may be fairly called the guru of Diamond Mine baseball in the community. I love this game. It's no bells and whistles, but again, you can actually, make nice, really nice looking ballparks here. But I kind of like this aesthetic. And if you're comfortable getting around action PC baseball, you're not going to have any trouble with this one at all. But it's incredible. I love this game to bits. All right, here we go. So Taveras in the box. The 0-1 delivery from Rick Wise. Here's a breaking ball. Taveras gets the bat on it, but not much of it. And Bo to Gross for the out. Scored 6-3. So 2 down, back at the top of the Bucko order for Matty Alou. Matty Alou 2 for 2 today and a run scored. Had a double back in the third. 2-2 pitch on the way, and he jams Alou, but Alou able to get a little quail up the middle, a little base hit. So Matty Alou having himself a good day today. He is 3 for 3, including a double and a run scored. All right, here's Al Oliver, frustrated 0 for 2 on the day. Bucko's really counting on him. Snap throw to first, and Alou is back in safely. Matty Alou definitely a threat to steal over there. See what Danny Murtaugh has in mind. 0-1 pitch on the way now. This one lifted out to right field. Actually, really behind second base, and Von Hayes makes the catch in very shallow right. All right, that does it for the Pittsburgh Pirates. We go to the top of the sixth inning. The Pirates and Phillies deadlocked at 1. So we capped out tonight at about 15. Thank you guys for that. Really, really appreciate it. As we move into the end of the middle innings here in Pittsburgh. Greg Gross, Mike Schmidt, and Greg Luzinski due up. Gross in the box. Grounded out back in the fourth inning. Doc Ellis has the sign. And the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, line to the gap and right. And Al Oliver and Alou converging. And no one's going to get to it. It's going to go all the way to the wall. So Al Oliver able with a strong throw to get it back in to hold Greg Gross to a single. That could have been trouble and still could be. Because this guy at the plate, you can't really count on him into grounding in any double plays. All right, here's Schmidt today. So he has a run scored. He is 1 for 2 overall. Nobody out here. Singled back in the fourth. Ellis from the set. And the pitch. And line drive between third and short. And this gets into left field for base hit. Greg Gross round second. And they're going to hold Greg Gross there. So Doc Ellis looking for, again, a double play. He'll take anything at this point. The Phillies mounting a serious threat here to this to try to break this 1-1 deadlock. 2 on, nobody out. Luzinski up, Von Hayes on deck. Schmidt at first, Greg Gross at second. All right, Luzinski looking for that. Who would like to have his third straight hit? 1-1 pitch. This one grounded up the middle. Frank Taveras cannot get it. Base hit for Luzinski. Gross makes the turn to third, and Gross going for home. Schmidt holding at second. Oliver not going to risk the throw this time. Oliver with an error on this. Luzinski 3 for 3. Tack on an RBI and a run for the Phils here in the top of the sixth. Leading the Pirates 2-1. Still nobody out, and here is Von Hayes. Doc Ellis looking for anything, even just 1 out, a strikeout perhaps. 4 in the game thus far for him. Hayes in the box, who struck out against Doc Ellis back in the fourth. Hayes ahead, 3-1, pitch on the way, and ball 4. And this indeed was. Bases are loaded, and Doc Ellis is in trouble. Here is Jay Johnstone. All right. Kind of quiet here now around Three River Stadium. Swing of the bat, and the fat lady's going to warm up her pipes. All right, here we go. Full count on Jay Johnstone. Ellis lets it go. Swung on, rolled onto the right side. Stargell moves in. He is up with it and tags Johnstone for the out. But Mike Schmidt will come in to score. Hayes and Luzinski move up on the play. First base is open, 1 out here for Dave Cash, and waiting on deck is Larry Boa. Phillies now with a safer margin, as Ernie Harwell would say. It's 3-1. All right, Cash in the box. He has been fanned twice by Doc Ellis. And here's a little sinker going to short. Luzinski going for home. Tavares looks home, but he's going to go across to Willie Stargell. Greg Luzinski will score on the play. Philadelphia, 4-1. So Tavares really had a chance to go home, but going for the shore out at first. I probably would have gone home, but there you go. Sunday evening managing, I guess they call it, when you're not managing. Here's Larry Bowa. Phillies lead this one 4-1. Hearing some background noises. It sounds awfully familiar. I wonder what that could be. All right, here we go. Larry Bowa for the third time today, nothing for two. And here is the pitch. This one lifted to center field, and Robinson and Oliver converging, and Oliver will call him off and make the catch. So, big 3-run inning for the Philadelphia Phillies. We go to the bottom of the sixth here at the confluence of the Monongahela, Allegheny, and Ohio Rivers. It's the Philadelphia Phillies 4 and the Pittsburgh Pirates 1 here in Diamond Mine Baseball. Version 13 or 12. I don't know, whichever version this is. All right, Richie Hebner, Willie Stargell, Jason Thompson, due up. Hebner on the day, nothing for two. Wise, lets it go. Here it comes. Line drive into right center field, and McBride over it, and Hayes moves in front of him, and he makes the running grab. So Von Hayes decided to start playing some right field today here. So one away. And Monterey giving us a laugh over there. And Christopher Slovik watching from Phnom Penh in Cambodia. Hey, man. How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Hope you can tune in Friday night. We're going to have Mike Silva on here talking about his every team in baseball history from 1901 to 2024 tournament on Owl Park Baseball. So, guys, be worth it if you own Owl Park Baseball. You know you already have all the teams, so maybe see how Mike set up something gargantuan like that and try something of that on your own. I know I'm good. I'd like to try it. It's pretty crazy. So, Chris, it's great to see you. Hopefully, all is going well for you in Phnom Penh. Those of you who don't know, so Chris says he's doing well. So from Islamabad, so Chris must have a thing for heat. From Islamabad to Phnom Penh. And what a great guy he is, man. Love Chris's stuff. I've been so out of it, man. Chris, I've been just busy with magic and stuff that I've not been on, and I haven't been able to catch anybody's game. So hopefully be able to remedy that situation soon. All right, here is Wilver Dornell Stargell. He is 1 for 2 today. One down in the Bucko sixth. Stargell with a single back in the fourth. The count 3 balls and 1 strike. And Stargell holds up. Boone's going to peel down to third, and they say that Willie held up. So Stargell, known to strike out, but good eye up there that time. So Stargell aboard. Now for Jason Thompson. If I was managing, I'd be taking Jason Thompson out right now, but I'm not. So Thompson 0 for 2 in the game. So Chris, what are you doing? You got any cool projects going on? What's up, man? All right, 1 on, 1 out. Flew out last time up. Count even, 2-2. And here's the delivery by Rick Wise. Swing and a miss. Thompson chasing something up and in. And he is out of there. So Rick Wise picking up the strikeout. 2 down. Stargell on at first here for Johnny Ray. Dan Burke, my favorite Irishman. And how are you? I had myself a fine Guinness last night. Hope you're doing well, Dan. Great to see you. It's been a long minute. Probably chasing those wicked city women, Clinton Park saying about Chris Slovik. Dan, I hope you're doing well. All right, here is Johnny Ray now batting with 2 down. Pirates looking at a 4-1 deficit here in the bottom of the 6th inning in Three Rivers. And here we go. Johnny Ray in there now. 2 for 2 today, including that sliding head-first single. This one hits softly to right. Von Hayes coming on, and this time gets to the ball. So the Buccos strain 1. We head to the top of the 7th inning. The Phillies lead the Pirates 4-1. A little bit of Diamond Mine action. Yeah, the Diamond Mine play-by-play is amazing. Dan Burke says he's doing well. It really is, JT. Its only rival, I would say, for obvious reasons, is Baseball for Windows. But it's incredible. And much like Baseball for Windows, I've been playing this game not quite as long as Baseball for Windows, but I've seen some pretty wild play-by-play in this game, and it's kind of spooky how it just kind of draws you in. It's I guess just proves that ultimately the mind is going to provide much better graphics even than uh, the latest RTX card, I guess. Um, would love to steal it for Digital Diamond Baseball. So I hope there's going to be full implementation of Status Pro Baseball for the next version of Digital Diamond. I hear those rumblings about that full implementation of Status Pro plus the ability to any season you want in Diamond Mine. By the way, for those of you that have Dombrov Baseball, Richard released a patch last week. So largely quality of life patch, but it does streamline the workflow when you're creating teams and you're using the baseball reference workflow. So that's pretty big right there. So if you're a Dombrov player, as I am, as brother Jack Dawson is, pick up the new patch. It's free. I know Clinton. Um, he was also as I was back in. It came out 2012, I think. Clinton, Dombrov baseball. So Richard, at least if not quick with the updates, at least steady and fixing that workflow. Also fixed a problem, or not a problem, but made an allowance for if you have like for the 2025 season when if you do that, you can just have he rearranged the coding so you just have a team called the Athletics, but a lot of good fixes in the game as well. So um, all right, Modern Relic's got to go. Hey, take care, my friend. I run a 6-second delay, so obviously he's probably already gone. So thanks for stopping by, buddy. Appreciate you. All right, here's Bob Boone. Bob Boone leading it off here for Philadelphia here in the top of the seventh. We got the 9-1-2 due up, Boone, McBride, and Gross. Doc Ellis still in there, but for how long, who knows? 0-1 offering now, and this one, a little tapper in the infield, actually a high bounder. Johnny Ray, 2, Willie Stargell, routine 4-3, 1 up, 1 down. Back at the top of the order here for Blake McBride. He is nothing for 3 against Ellis today. Flew out his last time up. Ellis toes the rubber, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swung on line to center, and Al Oliver's going to cut it off out there, preventing from going to the wall. McBride gets himself a base hit, as Clinton says that he is setting up his 1908, 1950, 1960 for starters to play in Digital Diamond using Status Pro, and if I can Status Pro Enhanced. He says he'll have 1962 as left-right splits with his cards, courtesy of our fellow babies person. Awesome stuff, Clinton. Clinton is not one for just doing one little thing at a time. Um, one might think that he's a mentor of Mike Silva in that respect. So awesome, Clinton. Waiting for you to get back on the YouTube airwaves. Clinton Park's broadcast guys were always a lot of fun. He was doing it back in 2018, and boy, just so much fun. All right, here's Greg Gross, 1 for 3 with a run scored in this ball game. Good tight ball game until the Phillies broke loose in the 6th with 3 runs. All right, 1 on, 1 out. Singled his last time up, did Greg Gross. And Ellis lets it go. This one grounded hard in the hole on the right side. Johnny Ray's not going to run it down. It's going to go through into right field. Blake McBride past second. He's going for third. Matty Alou's throw from right field to third. McBride in there. So here come the Philadelphia Phillies again, registering their 9th hit of the ball game. And striding to the plate, Michael Jack Schmidt. Runners at the corners. One down. And Ellis having to work out of the stretch from this dangerous hitter. 2 runs scored, 2 for 3 today for Michael Jack Schmidt, 4 for 8 overall in this series. Infield looking to turn 2. Schmidt ahead, 3 balls, no strikes, and taken all the way. So the Phillies load him up, and here comes Greg Luzinski. So if the Pirates have any chance at all, they need to get Luzinski. They got to induce 2 here. There's just no way. Luzinski, this is just a lot of danger right here in the plate, as we know. All right, here we go. And Luzinski's 3 for 3 in the ball game. Runners move off. The 1-1 pitch. This one, a hard hopper. This one off the glove of Doc Ellis, all the way into center field. Bake McBride will score. Greg Gross around third as Schmidt rounds second. Gross going for home. Schmidt holds at second. The throw comes home from Al Oliver. This one is going to be close. Gross dives in head first. Sanguillen blocks the plate like they used to. Sweep tag. Safe. Safe. Gross's hand just gets in there. Greg Luzinski, 4 for 4, 3 RBI in this season. Jim Bibby now called in by Danny Murtaugh in relief, but this one is all over but the crying. 6-1 Philadelphia. Oh my, parallel league. It's been years, man. Welcome in. So look what the cat dragged in. Contrary to popular belief, he does still exist. He does. Great to see you, man. As JT Dutch says, I think that should be all for Doc. Yeah, I'd say so. Philadelphia putting up crooked numbers. 3 in the 6th and 2 in the 7th. Still 1 down. Schmidt at second, trailing him. Greg Luzinski. And it couldn't have been any worse if Luzinski had hit a grand slam. Well, we're going to call it out to the end here anyhow. Philadelphia now in the double digits in hits. Pirates held the lead this game until the 4th. So I'm doing the rare Pirate game on here. And they're losing. Damn it. My team. My Pittsburgh Pirates. All right. Here we go. Jim Bibby on the mound making the second appearance in the season. He has no record yet. And Von Hayes in the box. Count 1-0. And here is the pitch. This one rolled off to the left side. Jim Bibby up with it. And Jim Bibby drops the ball as he was starting to throw to third. And everybody is safe. Oh, my God. So these guys are looking like the 1980s versions of the Pittsburgh Pirates, like 1984, 85, 86. Second error for the Bucks. E1. Jim Bibby trying to get Mike Schmidt at third, drops the ball, and the bases are sold out with Philadelphia Phillies. Parallel League says, what's up, Doc? He forgot he was starting today. H-Field says, plate full of pierogies and a Pirates-Phillies game. He said he's having a very Pennsylvania night. Absolutely, man. All right, here we go. It's Jay Johnstone. And, wow, Jim Bibby, what's the deal, man? Bases sold out. 6-1. What are we doing here, man? All right, Johnstone in the box now. 1 for 3. The count 0-1. Here's the pitch. This one line to left. This one is slicing. Bill Robinson on the run, and he can't get to this ball, so Schmidt is going to score as Robinson plays it on the hop. Luzinski will come in to score. Von Hayes in at third. Johnstone with 2 RBI, and it's 8-1. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, and here comes Dave Cash. So Dave Cash does have a run batted in this game, 0 for 3 overall. Oh boy is right, JT. Oh boy is right. Man, oh man, this hurts. Dave Cash looking for his first hit of the game. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Jim Bibby. This one hit on the ground to short. Could be 2 finally. Hayes going home. Tavares to second. And they're just going to get 1 as Dave Cash is safe at first. Von Hayes scores. And it is 9-1. Jim Bibby's just going to be taking it on the chin now. 5 runs for the Philadelphia Phillies here in the 7th inning. Right, here's Larry Boa. Larry Boa, nothing for 3. I guess he's going to get on a switchy batting lefty here. High fly ball to center is the last time up. Bibby works out of the stretch in the 1-1 pitch. And looper center field, not too deep. Coming in as hard is Al Oliver. Positions himself to avoid the sun. And the side is finally retired. But they bat around. 5 runs score. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Bill Robinson, Manny Sanguillen, and Frank Taveras due up for the Buccos. Oh, the pain, oh, the pain, oh, the pain. All right, Bill Robinson, nothing for 2 in the ball game. Rick Wise now with an 8-run cushion here. And Rick Wise lets it go. This one hit out to right center. Long run for Bake McBride and for Von Hayes. They're converging, and it's Von Hayes calling off Bake McBride, and he will make the catch. Score that one, F9. 1 up, 1 down for Manny Sanguillen. Sanguillen, nothing for 2 today for the Pirates. Pirates scored their lone run way back in the 1st inning. Here's the pitch. Sanguillen shoots this one right back up the middle. This one gets through for a single. The Buccos with their 7th hit of the game. So Sanguillen aboard. Here comes Frank Taveras. Can the Buccos get something going here in the bottom of the 7th? Taveras in the box now. 0 for 2, bounced out to short his last time up. Count 0-1, and Wise lets it go. This one is hit fairly deep, but wind kind of, maybe not. McBride will come in to make the play. So 2 down now for Matty Alou. Matty Alou, the only really bright, well, Johnny Ray, 2 in that head first infield single. But Matty Alou today, responsible, scored the only Bucco run, and it was a gift, by the way. But 3 for 3 today for Matty Alou. 2 down, bottom of the 7th. 2-1 pitch to Matty Alou. This one hit high to right field, but not deep enough. And Von Hayes waiting for it. There's going to be a little bit of snow, to borrow one from Legend Sports Universe. On that ball, he hit it high enough. We go to the top of the 8th inning. The Buccos just looking, they're stinking up the joint here. 9-1. 9-1, man. RJL Network. He says, well, look who's returned. Thought I vanished from the earth. How you doing, Robert? Good to see you, man. Man, I just been busy doing the magic show thing and stuff like that. So hope all is well with you, Robert. I'm sure everybody else in the chat knows what you're doing, but let us know anyhow. I'd like to know. This is my Saturday night, by the way, so I'm having fun here. Yep, lighting up another stogie. There we go. All right. Boy, what a game here, huh? Bob Boone, Bake McBride, and Greg Gross. Let's get it going. Bob Boone in the box. In the 8th here for Philadelphia. 0 for 3 on the day. Not that it matters. 0-1 pitch. This one is hit hard off a third. Hebner with a diving stop at third. Knocks it down. But he's not going to get Bob Boone. By the time Hebner gets up, just holds on to the ball. All right. So 12th hit now for the Quakers. As Robert letting everybody know that in the 1999 postseason of Inside Pitch baseball stadium, I don't know, what would the stadium be doing in the postseason? Some are cheering, some are barfing, some are going, all that. Love it. RJO Network, the only broadcaster on YouTube that comes with his own crowd. Gotta love it, man. So the American National League Championship Series going on RJO Network. So guys, another great network or another great channel. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. All right, here's Bake McBride. Bake McBride, 1 for 4. The run scored. Runner on first, nobody out. Jim Bibby still in relief. Base hit last time for Bake McBride. Stargell holding Boone close at first, and the pitch to McBride. And this one, a hopper wide at first. Stargell's going to go to no, he's not going to go to second. He spins and goes to first, and he just gets Bake McBride. Wow. So Jim Bibby over there. So Stargell, That was kind of a crazy play. Uh, I guess he. I don't. Wow. Buccos will take it 1 out, but that does pour another runner in scoring position. Here's Greg Gross now, the number 2 hitter. Gross having a good day. He's 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. 1-0 is the count. This one ground ball to second. Big hop there. And Johnny Ray will knock it down and get the out of first, but Boone's going to move to third on the play. So potential 10th run for the Philadelphia Phillies just 90 feet away from Michael Jack Schmidt. Michael Jack Schmidt having himself a great day. 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored. Jim Bibby has to work out of the stretch here. Walked him on 4 straight last time. 0-1 is the count. Bibby lets it go. And this one off the end of the bat to deep right field. Nonetheless, staggering back and making the catch is Matty Alou. And everybody can exhale here at Three River Stadium as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies lead the Pirates 9-1. Right, yeah, as good as he was, Stargell wasn't going to win many Gold Gloves. That was, that was a weird play, man. But no, he didn't. Thank God he could hit a ton, though. Of course, yeah, the intangibles as well. Great player, but yeah. All right, Al Oliver, big disappointment in this game, but you know what? It's a long season. 0 for 3 for Al Oliver. So Oliver, Hebner, and Stargell do up for the Bucks. Oliver in the box. Wise winds and deals. And this one a grounder to third. And Mr. Schmidt up and retiring Mr. Oliver on a routine 5-3 put out across the diamond. And here is Richie Hebner also 0 for 3. Oof. Okay, dead pull hitter was Richie Hebner. 1-1 pitch. Sounds like a broken bat, and they got Hebner on this little dribbler out to Dave Cash. Score at 4-3 as they remove the timber from the infield. And Wilver, Dornell, Stargell would like to give these Bucco fans something to cheer about. Just one little long ball is what they want. Yeah, Wise has had a pretty great game right now. The Buccos 1-7-2. So Rick Wise, that pitch, by the way, or that run scored by the Buccos in the first run is unearned. So Wise pitching a whale of a ball game. That lone run back in the first scattered 7 hits, 2 errors. So 1-7-2 for the Bucks. Doc Ellis, on the other hand, and Jim Bibby both just not getting it done at all. All right, Stargell in the box now. And 1-2 pitch. Rick Wise lets it go. This one smacked out to right field, but pretty lazy one. And Von Hayes will glove it for the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the top of the 9th. And it makes you think, what's the point? But anyhow, Greg Luzinski, Von Hayes, and Jay Johnstone. Jim Bibby just taking one on the chin for the team. And responsible for quite a few of these runs, too. Count even 2 balls, 2 strikes. This one lined on the left side and caught by Frank Taveras. So that gets past Taveras. That one is in the gap. All right, 1 away, and here's Von Hayes now. Von Hayes 1 for 3 in error in this game. Lefty in the box. Only walking 4 trips. And Jim Bibby with a fastball in the low 90s strikes out Von Hayes, so 2 down. And it'll bring up Jay Johnstone. So Phillies just doing some damage here today. Of course, the big story here, Greg Luzinski in this game with 3 RBI, 2 runs scored, and 4 for 5 overall. So Luzinski in line for player of the game honors. All right. 2 for 4 for Johnstone. 0-1 pitch from Jim Bibby. He comes home. This one hit down to second baseman Johnny Ray and up and over first and gets Johnstone on the 4-3 putout. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning, and it'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Rick Wise, an absolute cruise control, has shut out the Bucks. Here we go. Jason Thompson in there now. Struck out against Rick Wise back in the sixth. 2-0 pitch on the way, and Jason Thompson hits this one hard to deep right field and open the window. Aunt Minnie, a laser shot. First homer of the season for Jason Thompson. But as our color man says, unfortunately, it's just delaying the inevitable. But the Buccos get one back in the bottom of the ninth on a Jason Thompson round tripper. It's 9-2. Johnstone has 4 ribbies, as Howard Cosell would say. Football's best broadcaster, Howard Cosell. Baseball's worst broadcaster, Howard Cosell. Thank you, Thomas Boswell, for that from his 100 Reasons Why Baseball is Better Than Football. All right. Johnny Ray batting with nobody out. And the Buccos, look out, man. They got one back here in the ninth. All right. He's gotten a couple base knocks, including that infield sliding in. Little ground ball to the hole short, and Larry Boa has it. And over, and they get Johnny Ray for the out. And here comes Bill Robinson. Nope. Bill Madlock. Hey, there we go. Bill Madlock in the ball game, huh? All right. Can the Mad Dog do something here for these Buccos? That's right, Mad Dog. All right, Rick Wise studies the sign from Bob Boone, and let's get it on here. Wise lets it go. This one, breaking ball, popped up wide of the bag at third, and Michael Jack Schmidt running out of real estate, so this one's going to go foul. So Madlock's going to get another look at Rick Wise. 1 ball, 1 strike the count, and here is the pitch. This one hit on the ground to short. Boa fires, and the throw gets away from Greg Gross. And Gross tried to dig it out of the dirt, and Madlock at second. Larry Boa with a 2-base error, E6. So the Buccos with 1 in scoring position, and here is Manny Sanguillen. Sanguillen 1 for 3. So the Buccos trying to delay the inevitable. And looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter. Richie Zisk will come in to pinch hit. So Sanguillen's day is done. See if Richie's making his first appearance here of the year. Here's the pitch from Rick Wise. Breaking ball. This one belted way back in left field. Long way back. Johnstone to the wall and makes the catch. Wow. Madlock tagging up at second, and he will make third on the play. Ooh, it looks like Richie Zisk was hurt in this play. And Zisk comes in to pinch hit. He's out of the game, and he will be missing the next 22 games. Ouch. All right, 2 down, and here is Frank Taveras. Pitch at risk to Richie Zisk. And Zisk gave it a long ride and ended up getting hurt for his troubles. All right, and we're going to have another pinch hitter, Bob Robertson. So here's a guy that doesn't get talked about a lot, but a big bat for the Lumber Company, 1970s Pittsburgh Pirates. In the box now, Madlock at third, 2 down. Trying to make a game of it here, but I think this is it. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Rick Wise, grounded down the line in third, and it's a 2-hopper played by Mike Schmidt, and they get Bob Robertson. And what started out as a good tight ball game ended up to be a yawner. So the Philadelphia Phillies defeat the Pittsburgh Pirates. Line score here for the Phillies: 9 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors for the Pittsburgh Pirates. 2 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. All right, let's did we save that game? I believe we did. I hope we did after all that. Or probably didn't. Anyhow, that is it. That is it, man. Hope you guys had fun. I know I did. Missed hanging out with you guys. We'll be back again. Be back Friday. Yeah, yep. Still felt exciting at the end, even with the 7-run deficit. Yep. So I don't know if that game's going to go in the history books because I think I just hit the wrong damn button. But I'll just, whatever. Pirates lost that. I can go in there and edit all that. So Bucks get their butts kicked. And Richie's just out for 22 days. Thank you, everybody, for coming in tonight. We started this broadcast when the ALCS was still on earlier tonight. Big game 7 tomorrow night. So I'm rooting for Seattle just because I'd like to see them make it to the World Series. You guys are amazing. You guys are family. Thank you, everybody, for coming in, checking in, and wondering what the hell happened to Beatles. Be back again. Remember, Friday night, 10 o'clock on this channel, Bernie Strom and I will be on with, hopefully, with Mike Silva, and talking about his every team in baseball history tournament he created in Out of the Park Baseball. Hey, you're welcome, JT, man. Great to see you too again, brother. We'll get talking here soon off the airwaves, my friend. All right, thank you to JT Dutch, to Hfield 07, man. He's our secret agent. RGL Network stopped in to give us a hello. Parallel League was here. Clinton Parks, the professor, modern relic, here for a while. My favorite Irishman, Dan Burke, was here with us. Christopher Slovic, all the way from Cambodia, stopped in. John DFW, Aaron Reed, the man of 1,000 voices. Indeed, he is. Ken Castro was here. Cousin Ken, the heart and soul of this channel. Truth Hurts Wokey, Bernie Strom, D. Scott Howard, Tim Clee, Baseballs fan, 879. We got to get him back to work broadcasting again, too. Yeah, we do. Because we're just not going to put up with this slackiness. Dwayne Martz, YouTube Sports Network, was with us here. So we go back to a lot of people. Brother Jack Dawson, thank you, Brother Jack, for coming in. Philip Reynolds was here playing some red ice hockey. So that's what he's into these days. So that is it. Philip Reynolds was the first one in the ballpark tonight. Cousin Ken, you are most welcome. He says, nice to see me and nice to see the gang. Absolutely. All right, guys. Until the next time, see you around the batting cage, and good night.